because if you don't, you'll end up the inside will be combed down like that, and you'll get real thin on the outside edge. And you don't want to start out that way. So every time you do a move, it's in your best interest to go ahead and fix the lip. Because if you don't, you'll lose some of the play. You may lose some anyway. So we got her opened up. I want to compress the bottom. For whatever reason, this white clay is bad to compress. If you don't compress it. So you want to press pretty firm, and then you can push some of it out to the edge too. Now a lot of people use a sponge when they throw to keep consistent wetness on their hands. The problem I've had is I can't feel what I'm doing as well with a sponge. So until I know what I'm doing, yeah, right. Until I know what I'm doing, we're just going to do it like this, right? So I know the first pull should be different. See them drying out there. I saw one lady, she said, pinch in at the bottom first, and then if you're not using a sponge, re-wet your hands, and then finish pulling up. I don't always listen like I'm supposed to. All right, so you see we pulled up. I don't know if you can see it or not. A lot of the clay came up and made a cone shape, so we got to fix that. Because we don't want to lose the clay. Right, so that gets the clay back into the volcano. Oh, I didn't get the stone there. You can either buy one of these or make one of these, and I've made one. I actually took a stencil stand and cut the plastic holder off of it, and it makes a real fine sponge on a stick. So you want to get the water out of the inside, because if you don't, it's going to keep softening it, and that's when you're going to have failure. Because you've got the water in it.
Horseshoe, Bluesville, and Tunica. Learn more now at 941kqk.com.
So we made one pull. Let's pull another. I was going to do a plate, because I like some of the plates that I've made. I think I got to talk. I lost track of what I was planning on doing. Alright, so we dig in, and we're pushing in, pushing out with the other hand, and moving the clay up. They call it pulling, and the only thing you're really pulling is your hands are going in an upward direction. You're not really trying to pull the clay, you're compressing the clay. And when you compress it with both hands, all it can do is move up. So as you compress, you're pulling up, and the clay follows you. So learning what the clay is wanting to do or willing to do can be kind of all right. I got a cut by supposed to be get the water out. I know it seems kind of pointless to get the water out, and you get more water in and you get the water out. But like I said, you don't want that water sitting in the bottom, because it'll soak into the clay and it'll make it so soft. It won't dry the same as what you have. And the drying is pretty critical, because you can lose a good piece if you screw up the drying. Alright, let's see what we got. See what we can do here. And then learning how far apart your fingers are can be kind of tricky too. I didn't pull much of it. Now, because I don't know what I'm doing, I tend to leave more clay on the bottom than I should on the outside. But I don't mind trimming that off. And then I've seen some people that they'll trim off like the stuff on the bottom and say, oh, I'll just stick that right back in the bag. Well, I don't like to do that because what happens is you get all kind of weird mixes of stuff in your clay that's in your bag, and then you got to be sitting with it. It's not homogeneous. I don't like to do that. I'd rather let it dry out and then reconstitute it.
Because Jan switched to Geico and saved hundreds of dollars on car insurance, her savings account wants to take her to a fireworks show.
That's about as thin as I want to
It's
get
a
it.
savings account. They can't read
So
where
what
the
I'm
next
gonna do is,
fireworks show is in the local paper. Switch to Geico.
And everybody has their own thing that they do.
Savings account wants to take you to a fireworks show. But remember, it
I'm gonna
can't.
take this metal rib.
It doesn't know how to
Let me
read.
trim it first.
It is, however, happy that you're saving money.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. When you booked with Booking.com, did you expect this? Somewhere 10 times better than anywhere you've ever lived or will ever live? Look at the booking pool. You don't have a pool. You don't even have a bath.
We'll get this
Swim
trimmed
around in the
off.
spaciousness that's not your 32 square foot apartment because you arrived.
I know sometimes I don't talk clearly. I've been doing that my whole life, so. Alright.
It's easy to find excuses to come back
You got
again.
trim. Shut up. My dog is weird. He'll sit out there and bark at me wanting to come in. And then if I go out there, he'll come on in. But if I call him and tell him it's okay, he'll just come there and bark at me.
This is your year. Sign up for Yahoo Fantasy Football and
So he'll just have to sit up there and bark.
Buffalo Wild Wings. The league that eats together wins together. Did you get Abe Lincoln's
Right.
Snapchat?
So I got a mirror
Yeah, people didn't realize
set up
that he
opposite of
wasn't
me,
just a progressive leader. He was
so I can
also
look
a humorist.
and see what kind of profile I got, because it's hard to bend down, look, and
Marie
see what you
Antoinette
got.
keeps posting
So
pics
still a
of
little
Kate helping people will like her. I totes commented
awful.
hashtag abolish monarchy, hashtag guillotine.
What a drama queen.
Alex Bell keeps tweeting at me. Just because he invented the phone doesn't mean he can keep blowing up mine.
That's better.
Smartphones are like tutors that work 24/7. So send your student back to school with a
Read one
smartphone
more
for
time
free.
down there.
Buy one Samsung Galaxy S4 for $199.99 or a Galaxy S3 for $99.99 and get the same model free after $50 mail-in rebate. Make the most
saw
of your
somebody
phones with unlimited data and 4G
talking about
LTE
using the rib.
while on the Sprint network. Visit a Sprint store or Sprint.com.
Man,
Offer ends 8/15/13.
I
Previous year
forget.
reward card coverage and offer not everywhere.
They said they used the
2-year agreement credit.
plastic rib of doom instead of the metal rib of death.
See store for details.
It's funny because if you hold that thing the wrong way, you will completely destroy whatever it is that you're
food.
doing.
And if you've been in Memphis for a while, you probably have wonderful memories of meals prepared.
So I got a piece of leather.
Now there's a new Ronnie
I think they
Grizzani's
call it a
Italian
shandy.
restaurant at Sheffield Antiques Mall.
This is actually the back
Ronnie
off
Grizzani's
of an old
open
work
for lunch, 11 to
glove
3 Monday through Saturday.
that had
And
all
dinner
kind of
from
hot
5
melt
to
glue on it
9:30
from when I
Friday
worked
and
there.
Saturday. Visit them soon and enjoy your favorite
Come on,
northern
it's okay.
Italian cuisine, such as handmade
So you just
pasta,
take it
pizza,
and fold it
seafood,
over the
and
rim.
salads. Their dinner menu options include filet mignon, fresh seafood, and their house specialty.
It gives you a nice,
Their famous
just a
elbow
nice
special.
rounded
A special wine and bar
rim.
service is also available.
So that's a nice
Dine and relax
size
in a
cup.
wonderful atmosphere steeped in 103
Yeah, that is
years of
about
history and
the size.
tradition. If you haven't found the new Ronnie Grizzani's Italian restaurant at Sheffield Antiques, don't wait. They want to welcome you. Now taking party reservations. Ronnie Grizzani's Italian restaurant, 684 West Poplar in Collierville, inside Sheffield Antiques. Now accepting reservations. Call 850-0191.
If you're a woman
So you can use the rib for
better than hitting the jackpot,
smoothing
hydroxytone
and
anti-aging
shaping
jackpot
and any number of things. Because if
you
you have like a
if
if your cup's doing like this,
hydroxytone could take years
you put pressure on the inside and the rib on the outside and push out against the rib.
That's
And
right.
then when you
Try
come up with it,
hydroxytone for 6 months, look
it'll give you a
years
nice
younger,
straight
and you can even save
side.
$500
So that's it.
Be one of the
Got
first
the cup
100
made.
callers in your area today.
All I do is give it a little twist.
We're so confident in hydroxytone.
I like to use my
proven results. We're willing to pay you $500 to try it and see for yourself.
My big putty knife.
Wrinkles, discoloration, aging skin. Now you can turn that.
Okay, apparently I talked too much. Well, did too much on the introduction, I guess, and then I ran out of time because my camera's got a timer on it. So anyway, I got the tar paper loose. I think I was just starting to pick it up when I heard it click off. So I've got my little jar or cup or whatever you want to call it sitting right there. And what I'll do is I'll let it dry for till tomorrow, and then I can put I'll usually put a handle on it first, just because I don't know, it's easier to. Well, on the tar paper pad, it dries slower on the bottom than it does on the sides. So I've got to get it. I don't want to pull it off the tar paper until it's a little bit stiffer. But I can put the handle on it, and then as long as I don't extend the handle down too far at the bottom, then I can still trim it after the bottom stiffens up some more. So anyway, that's it. That's my demo. Like I said, if you're looking for instruction on how to throw pottery, you need to go somewhere else because that ain't me. I'm still learning, but it's a whole lot of fun, and I've learned a lot in just a few months, and hope to continue to learn as I go. So we just keep on trying.